ABC 10 News at 5 starts now.
Cajon Valley School District is the largest in the state to open for in-person learning, thanks to one of the few waivers that was granted. ABC 10 News covered their summer program, which was in person, and their start back to school right after Labor Day.
Our ABC 10 News anchor Mary McKenzie went back to see how the district's plan is holding up.
Rios Elementary School is part of the Cajon Valley School District, one of the few to take advantage of the state's waiver program to reopen this fall. They're here 5 days a week for in-person learning. But this spring, when COVID closed schools, the principal here didn't know when or how they'd be back.
I ran around this school and took a picture of every student at my school because I didn't know who was going to come back.
With all of the unknowns at that time, Liz Lothar says she feared she could lose a quarter of her kids to COVID.
That was hard. It was just a big whirlwind.
Those faces are back now, in person every day.
We're seeing a lot of symptoms of COVID with our kids, and we're just trying our best to help them.
She says the symptoms are showing up as social emotional difficulties, reactions to frustration, and of course, learning loss. At Rios, they've leveraged their resources, in this case extra space, to spread out their 200 plus students. Another big resource here is technology. Several years ago, the superintendent made it a priority for each of the 17,000 students to have a Chromebook computer, something that proved to be crucial foresight.
It did give Cajon Valley an advantage.
Trustee Jim Miller says technology was one big piece, but they also had to qualify for the waiver to reopen, which required planning and coordination with parents and with the teachers union. Miller says they listened and led. In this district, 2 out of 3 students qualify for free or reduced cost meals. Many of the parents are frontline or essential workers. Some of the schools are open in a hybrid model. Others, like Rios, are open 5 days. About 20% of families have opted to do online learning full-time. Overall, he says the feedback has been very positive.
What we've been able to do, I think, prepped us for this unfortunate circumstance of the pandemic.
In El Cajon, Mary McKenzie, ABC 10 News.